Stormwalker here, and nice to speak to you again. I have a topic that we discovered, my lady and I, about boycott or anti-boycott laws and how it's spread. A great many states either have it or are currently considering it, and it's huge. Thought of that, of authoritative telling us what we can boycott, what we can't, while the hypocrisy of the left boycotting, or not exactly boycotting per se, but doing similar kinds of actions in a different context. And it's just ridiculous. Of course, I did some research here, The Intercept, and of course, the ones that are speaking more vocal against it are a group for the Palestinians. So, of course, this kind of strong-arming and telling, like in the state of Texas, where you have to do these kinds of things is just simply not constitutional. And to see so many states getting slipped in and revitalized, it's been around a while, but it's been revitalized even very recently. And this should concern you, that the Jewish community has so much influence here to even get something done like this and amended and all of this strengthened. When you see that I believe we gave like $38 billion to them recently, and you don't see that effort for Americans. There's just no way. This is great. I go into it and the senators are working to slip Israel anti-boycott law through the lame duck session, and the article goes into it. You can see for yourself. It is currently on Google. The Intercept is one of the articles I was looking through and reading, and it's just horrible. If a group wants to boycott you, well, that's just how it is. And it's the American way. If you, it just is. And so for them to have these kinds of laws is simply not the American way at all. And we're looking at states like California, of course, Nevada, Arizona, Texas, Colorado, Kansas, Alabama, Louisiana, Missouri, Iowa, Minnesota, Michigan, Wisconsin, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, Georgia, Florida, South Carolina, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Rhode Island, New York, look like all the states that have it in place. And then the ones that have it currently considered is a bunch of others. We got Virginia, Tennessee, Arkansas. I may have made a mistake. I think I said Missouri. No, Missouri has it considered. Oklahoma has it considered. And there's several other states there, Washington, so on, Oregon. But a bunch of states, and it's probably easier to say the states that don't currently have it in legislation, and that's New Mexico, It looks like North and South Dakota, um, Nebraska, West Virginia, Maine, and Vermont and New Hampshire don't currently have it. I think that's all. It looks like all the states that don't have it currently, as well as can't forget Hawaii and Alaska. Excuse me. So those are the states that don't currently have this. This is really horrible, and it shows just how not just a deep state issue, but where some of these outside influences are directly affecting our government. These foreign entities, like China, like um, Israel, and this is not. It just this doesn't. This isn't positive at all. Um, this is out of control, in my opinion. Um, and I thought that I should make you guys aware of it in case you weren't. Um, I guess there's a lady in Texas that people are mentioning that has a court case regarding it in Texas, and she's a Palestinian. So of course, they don't get along all that well. So it makes sense. But yeah, it's just out of control, and I just thought maybe if people want to look it up and see for themselves, but I think for me, I wanted to bring up priorities, right? Priorities, what you see, what you don't see, what they do, what they don't do. They can't get a wall passed, the funding for the wall. They can't get our national security in order. But they can do this. They can, at the lame duck session, strengthen the Israel Anti-Boycott Act. And they can do these kinds of things. And it should tell you the priorities of both Republicans and Democrats. And not all of them, probably, but enough of them. And that these foreign entities have so much influence and power within our country, and it's treasonous. It is treasonous. Certain special interests, you could say, it would be debatable. But when the will of another nation is dictating this kind of thing that is blatant disregard of our Constitution, and it's getting passed by our Congress, no. No. So, on that premise alone, to call this a red flag is an understatement. And again, I just wanted to make you aware of this so that just one more in a huge pile of waste that we're dealing with. Bless you. Thank you for watching this video. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff that you hear from everybody, and comment, about your feelings of this anti-Israel boycott, which extends far beyond what it sounds like. It's more involved than that, and I want you to be aware of this. Okay, thank you, fellow Americans and others, and bless you. Storm Walker signing off.